Fast man, let me tell you my story, man. Last year, I was insane for this crazy little 8th grade bitch. Okay?
Crazy, insane?
Insane?
Crazy?
Hey, welcome to another episode of Ghetto Geek Squad presents Electric Boogaloo and Crew. I'm your host, Lou and Electric Boogaloo, and here's the crew. Jay, say what's up, man. What's going on?
What's going on, guys? Nice to be back another week. Another movie.
We're doing another. Yeah. We've been very consistent, and I'm definitely proud of that.
So am I. I'm ecstatic about that shit.
What's going on with you, Mr.
And
Chops?
who's that? Mr. Chops.
Mr. Chops, what's up, bro?
Yeah. How you doing? I'm doing great. How you people doing out there in TV land? Y'all good? I'm good. Nice. Awesome.
What's your word for the day, Chops?
Onomatopoeia.
Fucking guy. We just went through this whole fucking meeting.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
There's your Chops moment.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to subscribe to, if you like this video, at the end of it and the beginning. And
No. You're just supposed to say that in the beginning and at the end.
Oh
God, man.
You had one job.
He reminds me of the Reverend Christopher Lloyd in Taxi Driver. I mean, Taxi, not Taxi Driver. Taxi, the show Taxi. Like, what does the yellow light mean? Slow down. What does the yellow light mean? All right, man. Any good movies?
I saw Sleepless Brooklyn or Motherless Brooklyn.
Oh, I want to see that. Yeah, I got that DVR.
Yeah, it was all right. Would I watch it again? Probably not. But I got
Edward Norton directed that one.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, oh, okay. It has a lot of names in it too, But, as far as like a strong story and stuff, and it's actually loosely based off of a real person, Robert Moses, who actually built the Staten Island Expressway. And, we got Moses Mountain over there in the Greenbelt. But it's not supposed to be him. But the guy's name is like Moses Rudolph instead of Robert Moses.
Chopped. You're breathing.
Oh.
Yeah, hold your breath.
I saw today. I actually watched it. Harriet, about Harriet Tubman.
I've been meaning to see it.
Yeah, it was worth it. It was really worth it. It was very, very good.
You know what?
It wasn't boring at all. There was like
actually, because of my wife, I watched Judy instead of Harriet.
I want to see that too.
Oh.
Nah.
It was better to watch Harriet. I was like, blew it on that choice.
Harriet was interesting. There's a lot of things I didn't realize how much she did. So
Yeah.
it's definitely a good history lesson there. Anything from you, Choppers? It sucks.
I saw freaking movie that the show you told me to watch. Husband to Hollywood.
Oh, Real Husbands in Hollywood. That shit is awesome.
That shit is hilarious.
Yo, Jay, you got to download Top
my
Peacock.
God.
It's Kevin Hart. It's Kevin Hart.
Oh, okay.
Kevin Hart, DJ Smooth,
JB Smooth.
maybe JB Smooth. Yeah, all a bunch of comedians or whatever, and they're basically making fun of like the Real Housewives.
Uh-huh.
But he's like a real dick. It's almost like Curb Your Enthusiasm with Kevin Hart. He's always starting trouble and shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good show.
It's a good show, man.
All right, so
What we got on the agenda for today, Lou?
today we got my movie, man, a movie that is close to my heart, man. You got to hear it. 1980s Popeye with Robin Williams, Shelley Duvall, and Ray Williams.
Absolutely.
It was fucking I watch it like every couple of months. So it was, to me last night was like one of the movies that you watch where you just like, I know this fucking movie back and forth.
Yeah, it's definitely like one of those adventures of babysitting for me. Do you need a play-by-play? I'll act it out for you too.
This one I saw in the movies, and you heard the story a million times because I was a bubble boy for a week in the hospital, and as soon as I got out, my pops took me to go see it. And we were like a half an hour late, so he was just like, nah, just sit down, we'll watch it again when it comes back on. And we stayed there and we watched it again, so I got to see it like twice, so that was cool. So, just like my poor little Morty who's home today, thank you.
Yes.
All for the all.
I can't believe how emotional I got on that little man on a cat. got to me. All right, so it was directed. Oh, so it was based off of the E.C. Segar Thimble Theater, which I did not know about this. This is where Popeye had started from, and
Yeah.
people who said that that this movie wasn't true to Popeye, it was more true to the original comic. He didn't eat spinach. He did some weird thing with a hen or something like that.
Yes, I saw about that.
Yeah, all the little characters that are in there, like the drunk guy, which I didn't know he's in every scene, and I have to watch it again to check. But they said he's in almost every scene. In the
Barnacle Bill or something like that, or
yeah. He's in every scene in every movie, almost in every scene.
Yeah, you see him in the background.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I noticed that too. I was like, that guy's always in the scene. I didn't even know that he was like a thing, but I just noticed that. I'm like, that guy seems to be always just drunk in the background.
Popped his head out of nowhere.
The guy Barnacle Bill was based off of that old tale, Barnacle Bill the Sailor, which they did when they did the Popeye cartoon.
Yeah.
Barnacle Bill the Sailor. The actor who played him actually did a song, and I remember this too when I read this. I was like, oh shit, because I had the album, the actual record album, the what do you call them? Vinyl EP. And there was an extra song there that we always used to skip. If you remember it, Jay, he had like a really deep voice, and it was just like, who the freak sings this? We're like, maybe
I
Bluto
forgot
sings it?
about that, but now that you mention it, it's like,
yeah, and it was because Harry Nilsson did the music. He was very popular back then. Yeah, they put an extra song in there, but nobody could ever figure out where it was supposed to go in the movie or whatever because it made no sense. But anyway, yeah, so Thimble Theater. A lot of those background characters I was talking about, Barnacle Bill. There was the other one too. The guy, what's his name? Bill Irwin. He's the guy that was kicking the hat in the beginning. The guy does all the faces and everything.
Yes.
This is his first movie too.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
His character was actually supposed to marry Olive Oil in the comics. So look at that. And he makes a comment when they're at the engagement party. So I was like, oh shit, that's cool shit.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, wow.
All right, so we got the director Robert Altman. Robert Altman does a lot of like play type movies. Like I don't know how to explain them, but very talky movies or whatever. There were so many different directors too that they wanted for this thing. Starred Robin Williams in his first motion picture.
Actually, it's not his first motion picture. I know a lot of sites tell you that it is, but actually he was in a movie in 1977 that was it was something like I Can Do It Until I Need Glasses. It was like a comedy anthology or something like that. But,
so he wasn't the star of it.
No.
No, this is his first starring movie. This is his first starring movie.
He might have starred in it because I remember I read it in something like an obscure, like after scouring a whole bunch of stuff, it was like, oh, wait a minute, look at this.
I gotta look into that one. But yeah. I mean, supposedly because he did this after Mork and Mindy. Mork and Mindy was what got him famous.
Yeah, that was TV, and that was
another one of my favorites.
I love that show, man.
Now the other funny thing is who was originally lined up to
Dustin Hoffman.
Yes, and also Lily Tomlin.
Lily Tomlin, yep, and Gilda Radner.
Yeah, well, that's what happened was that first those two were signed. They were looking for them, and then once they actually got a director and a producer, the producer wanted Gilda Radner instead, and the director was hell bent on
Shelley Duvall. Yeah, Shelley Duvall.
I see. That's who's coming.
And he was 100% right.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she even said when she was a kid that they used to call her.
They used to pick on her. Yeah.
What's funny about the connection with Shelley Duvall too is that Robin Williams was up for the role of Jack Nicholson in The Shining.
Oh wow.
Oh yes, that's right.
That would have been an interesting.
I read about that. That would have been interesting.
All right. So what else we got? We'll go Paul Dooley. As here's the sad part too. Oh, we'll get to that later. But Paul Dooley, he plays Wimpy. I think he's the only besides Bill Irwin, whose name is Ham Gravy. Ham Gravy. Yeah, that's his name. That's a great name. Ham Gravy. But the guy who plays Wimpy, he's the only guy that still he shows up on like every show. If you look at his IMDb, he's still got movies and shows and everything. He's like the only one that really works besides Bill Irwin. Out of everybody, and the whole cast is like you recognize almost everybody. Like they were in multiple stuff.
You do.
You know what I'm saying? Like David Moffat, the guy, the taxman. You've seen him in 100 movies or whatever. He was in The
Yeah.
Thing.
Even
Dropped
David,
the cup.
was it David Caruso or something? His name is.
Oh no! You close. That was his partner.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Dennis France.
Yeah. Dennis Franz.
Yeah. He's one of the beat 'em up guys.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You got Paul L. Smith as Bluto.
Yeah.
I remember him from Pieces the most. That movie about where they cut the guy was cutting the girls up and trying to sew them together.
I was thinking about what was that? Crime Wave.
Crime
Yeah,
Wave.
that's where I remember him from.
Yeah,
too.
we remember that one too. Sam Raimi declined he ever made that movie. He hates
That's
that movie so bad. He won't release it on Blu-ray or anything. He was also in Dune.
Okay.
And there was
okay.
another one I didn't realize that he was in. Maverick.
Maverick.
Mel Gibson. Yeah, with Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
The one based on the TV show. Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
remember his
Bartender?
character. I don't know. I gotta watch it again. I love that movie. Richard Libertini. Libertini. Him too is another guy I didn't realize I knew so many movies. He's Giesel, the Jewish guy. Hoopla! Yo, I didn't realize how funny that guy is. He's got some great lines in this movie. He was the boss in Fletch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
Actually,
there was another movie too that he did with Robin Williams. I was like, oh shit, he was in that too.
Well, Paul Smith is an interesting thing about Paul Smith. Bluto. When he was born, he was like 17 pounds. He's a big baby, man. By the time he was 12 years old, he was like 200 pounds and 6 feet tall. At 12 years old.
Wow.
That's freaking crazy. That's a big
dude.
kid.
That's a Bluto.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, Ray Walston as Poop Deck Packy.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Everybody-
my God.
I mean, I think his biggest role that everybody knew him back then was Fast Times at Ridgemont High as Mr. Hand.
Yeah.
Are you all stoned?
Or what's it called? Johnny Dangerously.
Johnny Dangerously, he was in. Yes.
The guy who
Yeah.
I can see.
He was in The Sting. I just seen that first time, like maybe a couple of years ago. That was a good one. And he started from My Favorite Martian, the TV show.
I love
Yeah,
that
I remember
freaking
that.
show.
Bill Bixby. Yep, Bill Bixby.
The old school, My Favorite Martian. I watch that thing every day. That and Dobie Gillis. I watch every day on Nick at Night, man.
So out of all those actors, I mean, they're all dead except for Shelley Duvall, who retired from acting. and stuff
Yeah,
like
I mean,
that.
a lot of people even don't realize she was in Time Bandits. You
Yes.
know?
Yes,
Oh,
I forgot
wow.
about that. Yes.
The Queen, right?
Or the Princess
She
or
was the
something like
princess.
that.
I
She
think
was
she was
in
the
the.
princess, yeah.
She got robbed by Robin Hood.
Damn.
Doing her signature. Oh. Yeah. So David Moffat died in 2018. The Taxman. Bluto died in 2012.
Wow.
Richard Libertini, Giesel, died in 2016. Ray Walston died in 2001. And then Robin Williams, of course, sadly died in 2014. You all know about that one, suicide. That was sad. That was a heartbreaker, man.
Yeah, man.
I think everybody felt that one, man.
Hell yeah.
That was rough.
That was totally.
And then we start the movie. We open it up with the old Popeye cartoons. The wrong movie.
Okay.
That was
That's
one of
what I
the
thought.
the guy who played the voice of that was the guy who is most known for playing Popeye's voice, Jack Mercer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was his last role. He died shortly after.
Oh wow, that's fun.
Oh damn. That's
He was
serious.
old. I mean, he was doing it from the Fleischer days, from the 40s. So you think about that. You know what I'm saying? This
And
is
it's funny.
1980.
The reason why this movie got made was because there was a bidding war for
Yeah.
Annie, the Little Orphan Annie, and Paramount lost. So they were like, we need to find some other cartoon movie we can do, and Popeye wound up winning.
They did it with Disney, right?
And what?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
collaboration.
Disney.
It was a collaboration.
It was like the first time that
Collaboration.
Disney
Yeah.
collaborated and stuff like that. So that
Paramount, yeah.
became one of those things. And it's funny also because the script was not the script that they made. It was actually because they wanted to commercialize this movie. And so the director hired this screenwriter who made this commercialized movie that barely had Popeye in it. And well, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. But what's it called? And then, so then all the executives were like, yeah, it's great here, throw all this money at it and stuff. And then he was like, I want to make my own movie. So that's why he built this whole set out in Malta and stuff to get it as far away from Hollywood as
Are
possible.
you talking about Robert Evans? I mean, what's his name? The producer.
No,
okay.
the director.
Because the producer Robert Evans had a lot to do with making this movie. He was the one behind a lot of the stuff. He was the guy who got arrested for coke while they were making the movie. Well, they said that him and Robin Williams were on a coke binge that whole fucking movie.
Oh wow.
They were always high on the cocaine.
Yeah. So the executives had no idea that he was making this movie. They thought he was making a totally different movie.
Oh
wow.
Yeah, it was
Sneaky
a big
guy.
secret.
Sneaky guy.
So
but actually, a lot of the actors that they hired for the backgrounds were circus actors, local circus actors.
Wow.
Right,
Wow, I didn't know
so
that.
we open up. Oh, what?
Yes, we open up with the. We did the cartoon thing, and it's very dark. This scene, right? Like when he's on the boat.
Yeah.
Very, very dark. I love it. And then all of a sudden the light comes on and everything, and you see Sweet Haven and everything. It's like.
And the song starts.
Yeah. Then they did the Sweet Haven anthem.
Yes.
Now, did you know that all of the singing was actually done live? That the director didn't have time for the studio stuff, which and it's funny because I read about it before I rewatched the movie, and you do notice it that like the song Sweet Haven, sometimes you can't understand what they're saying because the music, the orchestra is so high.
So here's something I did for that. There's a lot of parts in this movie where you don't understand the words that they're coming up with, or they make up different words.
Yeah.
So I watched it in closed captioning.
Yep.
Holy shit, dude, that was great like that.
Man.
It was one of the best closed captions I ever saw because they didn't try to figure out the word. They actually went to the source and they tell you, everything. You know what I'm talking about, like, right? That will spell it as it sounds.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
This was actually officially closed caption for it.
Yeah.
Like I found out what a Bill's rat is. Bill's rat. I was always wondering what he was saying. It was like, no, it's actually saying Bill's rat.
Yeah.
Closed caption did a lot for this movie.
And actually, they had to redub all of Robin Williams.
Yes, I saw that too.
Yeah. So
plus he was on cocaine. Cocaine didn't have.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. All right, so we start off in the storm, and then we're singing Sweet Haven.
And we the island of Malta. You said that's where they built, and they literally built the whole freaking town for that, which is crazy.
Yeah, and then the government took it over afterwards. Yeah,
it's still there. It's a Popeye attraction now.
Yeah.
Which I definitely want to go to. It's definitely on my bucket list. It's on my bucket list. Not jumping out of a plane.
That's this weekend. Don't worry.
Guys, if we don't do a podcast next week, you know why?
One of us didn't make it.
Coach, I don't think one of us made it.
I told them to tuck and roll.
The guy that's chasing the hat is Bill Irwin. He's a very physical comedian. He also did Don't Worry, Be Happy with Robin Williams.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
That was a good song, man.
The video, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he was on a TV show just recently, Legion. He was on it. He was a main part of it too. He was really good. Then you meet the tax man.
Yep. Oh man,
comes over taxing him on everything.
Yeah. But you notice when Robin Williams is saying, he's like, the tax is gonna be $1.85. Robin Williams goes, hit the dollar, hit the red cent.
Yeah, it's one red cent.
Hit a franc, hit a peso, hit a guilder, hit a dime, a nickel.
So he's like, for your exchange tax, I have to charge you. And then you see what do they call them again? I forgot, the beat 'em up boys or something like that. The four guys.
Oh yeah, moving the piano,
whatever. And that's when he finds his pipe.
Yeah, where did the pipe come from? He wasn't there. He was living there, right?
Pop.
His pop dropped it. Yeah.
You don't inherit a pipe, you idiot.
Oh my God.
Now it's funny, throughout that whole beginning sequence, he's wearing a raincoat and a peak coat. And the reason why he's wearing the jacket is because the prosthetic forearms weren't ready yet, so they had to hide it, when production was ready. So they just started filming with him with a jacket on until it was ready.
Yeah. That's crazy too.
Yeah, I didn't know that. He starts singing "Blow Me Down" now.
Oh my God, blow me down.
While he's trying to find a place to stay, and everybody's closing up their shops and everything,
Yeah.
getting vacant and all that stuff like that. Yeah. Then he goes to the vegetable scene. That's where you meet Giesel, which, like I said, the way he just talks and everything. Quarter, 10 cents. Well, he just said it was a quarter. Maybe a dime, maybe quarter, maybe nickel.
Pays you when it feels like paying.
Yeah. So he tries to get him spinach. Right? He's like, I don't want spinach, I want carrots.
He's like, you have broccoli then.
Yeah, and then he says, like you said, I pays when I feels like paying. He's like, up. This is a nickel. This is a nickel. So then you get to the oil's house. You got a room for rank?
Yeah.
A room for what? A room for rank. And we meet the family. We meet spoiled, olive oiled.
Oh my God!
Complaining about the forks and the everything.
What kind of name is Popeye? What kind of name of olives? Some kind of a lubricant.
I'm probably me dying.
The quote is so good. And especially me and Jason, we've been doing these quotes from this movie since childhood.
All the tiny you hear him make, like every time you watch the movie, you hear a new one.
A new one, yes, you're right. You're definitely right. It was around this time.
It wasn't fresh in my mind because you guys watch it a lot. I barely watch it.
Well, even to this day, that's why. It's like one of those, if it's on, you got to watch it.
Oh, yeah. Every time it's on. Yeah, it was recently on cable, maybe a couple months ago. So every time it came on, I was watching it.
The good thing that watching it on Prime is that we got the HD version, which hasn't been released yet.
I noticed that.
Yes,
it's very fucking, it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I have the DVD. The DVD don't look nothing like that. HD Net premiered that first, and it looked. When I saw it, I was like, "Holy shit!" It was like watching Flash Gordon when you see Flash Gordon in HD. It's fucking amazing.
It is, definitely is.
She breaks the bed. She's taking him to her room.
Yep,
to his
she
room.
shows him the room.
They have that little moment. Yeah.
Which is, it's kind of funny because that little tiny girl that woman falls on the bed and she breaks it. It's like, what would happen on it? I mean, was there even a frame on that thing?
Yeah.
But I tell you what, though, I love the costume pageantry and everything like that on this
Oh,
movie.
yes.
It just made me think about Olive's shoes and stuff. Like how they're all big and with the buttons on the side.
And the round socks, the socks folded up in the bottom. Yeah,
beautiful.
Perfect. Yeah, it's definitely perfect. Yeah. Oh, it's a bad eye. Sorry. So they get to the dinner scene now.
Oh man!
And Casper's talking about Bluto and the Commodore. And nobody on the island knows who the Commodore is. Nobody ever sees him. Nobody ever. Nope. Everybody knows he exists. He pretty much runs the island. He's like the Godfather, I guess.
Yeah, I know of him. I never seen him.
Yeah. And they're all going back and forth, and Popeye's just trying to fucking, what the hell's going on? Everybody's just,
he's just trying to get a plate of food and stuff.
Yeah. And he keeps sitting down and getting up every time she sits down.
Well, first he's trying to get a seat. He's like trying to move his chair, and nobody let him get into the seat. And then he finally gets to the table, and then he tries to get a plate. Everything's just never works out.
Yes.
I know. I was like, is it like moving as you talk, or
maybe? I don't know, man. I try to keep it. I did keep it distance.
Yeah, with the father, Coy. Oh, what's his name? Cole.
Yeah, Cole.
Yeah. You owe me an apology. That's his line. Yeah, he is. That's his line for the whole movie.
You owe him an apology.
Hey, and like I said, again, we see that Olive is a spoiled brat. Everything's got to be the way her like. Well, I can do with it.
Yeah, she's not gonna marry Bluto because she has to save him from everybody taking advantage of him. The sweetest, most humble man in this earth.
Yeah. Everything is ugly.
Everything is ugly.
This is ugly. The table is ugly.
That's when she starts talking about the glasses and the knives. We haven't had sharp knives since I was a kid. And then everybody breaks out and leaves Popeye alone. He was like, I guess it's good to not be full.
Yeah.
He never got to eat anything. Everybody
Get his better than the full stomach, I guess.
And when he goes to bed, he's got a picture of a frame that just says "Me Pappy." It just says the words or whatever.
Pluto yells, "Lights out!"
Oh yes, yeah.
You see everybody shut off. Just whole town shuts off.
So now you get to the next song. The town go back to the whole town, and they start singing "Everything Is Food." Everybody's going to the local restaurant to eat. So I guess it's a thing that they do all at the same time, all the time. Like, do we have to sing the song every time?
Yeah, right. Is that a daily occurrence, or it just happens to be like that day?
Just because Popeye's around,
Yeah, exactly.
He's just chilling there as they sing and they're filling up. Wimpy's waiting for his burgers. Oh, he keeps asking somebody, right? Doesn't Wimpy keep sitting at somebody's table?
Yeah, well, he's asking, I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
He will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Ding-a-ding-a-ding.
And he keep trying to get the burger, but he never get the burger. He never get the burger. The guy flips in the air, he catches it. I'm like, I'm impressed. And he goes to sit down, somebody else take the burger, go to another table.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? You're a good man. Let me buy you a burger. Who's paying? I'm buying. He's paying.
That was the blind guy. The blind guy's a great guy. He doesn't do much. He's a presence.
Well, I didn't know you.
Now forget Wimpy off his Popeye to get the burger.
Yeah, he starts staring at him like looking up and down like a little dog. You know, and it's like, all right, yeah, just eat the damn burger. He's like, it's very good because, I'm looking for someone to talk. It's like everybody's deaf around here.
Yeah. He picks up the hamburger and he walks away from him and Popeye's following him like, yeah, I'm glad you're listening to me.
He's like, and then there I am, desperate with no water. And the clouds part. My mom is.
The mama, we gotta get the mama. The hooligans are in the background making fun of him, listening to the story. They keep laughing at him.
Get that pronunciation.
And the way he's just talking and ignores him. It's like the way he's just motherfucker.
I'm trying to tell a story here, and you got to interrupt me.
And they start going, "Mama, I want my mama, I want my mama." And the bird cage comes down on the cashier.
Yeah.
He's like, and maybe your papa is as ugly as you are.
The one thing I ain't got is a sense of humor.
A sense of humor.
Like, I got a sense of humiliation. And you swabs see that I'm asking for an apology.
So they make everybody apologize for them. And they grab each patron of the restaurant. They grab the blind guy. Apologize for what? They told him.
They bust him up.
The way he says it, like, for what? Like everybody else is scared and everything. You can't see everything.
That's funny. Like that said, everybody's apologized. Now it's your turn.
And then the Popeye music spot. And he starts fighting them all. Everybody's jumping out of the freaking thing to get away from him, jumping out the windows and shit.
Yeah.
The town is really a bunch of fraidy cats. You find out all the way up to the end.
Much.
Right.
I can't believe I just said fraidy cats too.
I didn't want to. I was just going with it, man.
And Pluto is eating while all this is going on. He's just sitting there chewing on a bone, growling and shit.
Bone, man. That's like a leg. That's like a pig leg or something like that. That's huge.
And I got to grunt the whole thing. That dude.
But you were saying that one of those guys, though, that was Dennis France. Yeah, it was one of his first roles, too.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there was another guy. I don't know who it was. Totally forgot.
Yeah, that one guy standing up still. Like after the fight is over.
Yeah,
nobody home.
Yeah.
So what do we get up to next? The party.
Yes, now it's the engagement party.
Yes. There's one line I caught, right, when you see people walking up to the party. The lady walking with the guy, she goes, "Now remember, dear, it's my turn to be tall."
Yeah.
That was my what the fuck. Like, what the?
Well, she's obviously big.
She's
so,
like, yeah, Yeah, but it was like, yeah, there was like the difference of height was huge.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, well, what kind of fucking
I don't know.
shoes are
Maybe
you wearing?
sometimes she kneels down or something. And you got the fake pelican there too. Just out of nowhere, just
Right.
fake pelican. You know, it takes a crap. Yeah. And then we're treated to Shelley Duvall's voice singing.
Pluto song, I guess.
No, not Bluto song.
He's large.
He's large, yes.
He's large,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
As
I tried to write that down for a reason.
What? As Bluto's going around.
He forgot the flowers or whatever.
The flowers.
It's like, flowers. I forgot flowers. Yeah.
You never actually
So he gets to the party and
before
stuff.
before that too, Popeye comes downstairs first.
Oh yeah,
And everybody's just like, everybody quiet. That's my favorite line too. I always say that word. He's like, I haven't had this much fun and still been conscious.
Yeah, I still use that today too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
So he leaves.
He leaves now, and then Bluto comes in.
that party.
Then they do it large. Okay, now we're going through things. Bluto's angry as always.
He's especially ugly.
Yeah. All the girls in that when she's singing that song are totally contradicting her.
Oh hell yeah! They're like, yo, he's And while she's singing the song too, she's also packing behind the girl's backs or whatever, so she can escape. And then we go back downstairs to Bluto, and Bluto's got the flower. He's like, she loves me, and everybody's cheering. Yeah. She don't.
One guy offers her a gift. You know, I offer my series. Is
that the part too? One of the guys, Bill Irwin, gets us.
Same guy, he offers him like a little box with like a ring.
Yeah. And that was always his thing, that guy too, because he always did those weird rubbery thing, kind of like Jim Carrey kind of things.
And then the girls come running down like olive she's,
Olives what?
Getting ready.
See how we can play off of this?
I was gonna say, I told you I like the whole thing.
This is better than you just jumping to the end of the punchline.
I was gonna say, it's like the older, the radio shows.
Exactly.
But so he left off with Casper at "She won't marry me." He was really angry, and then they interrupted, and then she's like,
"No, she will marry. She will marry me." And then he's about to say,
No. And
then he changes it. He says, "No, no," because the next one, the final one will be she won't.
Yeah.
And he's like, no.
He changes it.
Me. No, and he changes it. He changes it.
All right, we're on the same page with just. Yeah.
Originally, he was on. She won't marry me, and then the last one will be she won't marry me. She will marry me, and then the last one will be she won't.
Yeah, and that's where she stops and
switches
interrupted, and then he's like, "Where were we?" And he's like, "She won't marry you. She will." There you go. I was trying to feed it for you, bro.
So now we go down to Popeye, back to Olive Oil, and she doesn't know where to go. She's spinning around and shit.
She's running away from the party.
Yeah, she runs away. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
And he's like, Popeye said, "Where you going?" He's like, "Oh, are you running away?" He's like, "No, west, east, northwest."
Oh.
Oh.
Then the tax man comes, right?
Place your bets. Good.
The tax man comes after that, and then he's like, "Oh, I didn't know you were Miss Oil. Sorry to bother you." He goes, "Why do I get no text when I'm with Miss Oil?"
Oh, that's I've sent question tax. I'll let it slide.
Could you read oil?
So they take a walk.
So she's rambling on or whatever, and he starts talking about how he's looking for his pops.
And then they stop to take a break, and they put the basket down.
Yes.
Yeah. It was one. Oh, and then we cut to Bluto eating the glass.
Yeah, he's getting really impatient.
Yeah, he's getting really angry now and everything.
Yeah, man.
That's what Popeye's talking about his pappy and everything. He's like, "Yeah, he used to bounce you up on my knee. Of course, he was never there when I came down."
He threw me up in the air. He never there to catch me.
He threw me in the tub with electric eels. And then somebody switches Olive's basket while they're talking.
It's how was it?
And then you hear the rattlesnake.
Yeah, they hear like a rattlesnake. Yo! And he fucking opens it up, and then you see the fucking cutest baby, man. Holy shit, that fucking baby still gets me, man. That was the director's grandson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they
Awesome
asked
shit.
him, and he said he has no recollection of making that movie.
Probably not.
It's like, why would you even ask him a stupid question like that?
So he's got like a letter with him and everything, and he's reading the letter, Popeye, and then Sweet Pea goes, I'm a baby. He goes, yeah, you're a baby. It says it right here.
He says, signed a mother.
So now we go back to Bluto again, and Bluto just fucking had it. He just screams and shit like that. The windows break all the shit, and then he starts singing, "I'm mean."
Yeah, and he looked at them and they all turned red, like the clothes turned red.
No. He's still in the party.
After
He's destroying
done
everything.
busted
Yeah, he's destroying everything.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Throwing things through the
Busts
walls,
everything
breaking
up,
the walls down.
and everybody's leaving. Then they show up to the house with everything missing.
So they're walking up there, and he's like, looking for me, Pappy, and now I'm a mother.
So now, Chops, they show up at
Now
the
they
door.
go. Yeah, there you go. Now they go.
Now they show up. And they're walking up the path. They come to the door, and he goes, Papa looks at olive oil. He goes, look at the baby. He's like, oh.
The baby goes, uh-oh. The baby goes, uh-oh.
I love it, because after, Bluto goes, and everybody turns red, and then he snaps back out, and he starts walking, and they're like handing each other the baby.
Yeah.
Like, and he hands it off to Olive, and then he hands the rattle, and he's like, "Yeah, why don't you take that for good luck?" I forgot what he says.
Yeah, no, he says women and infants first.
No, but he hands him the rattle, and he's like, "I think you're gonna need this." Oh yeah, he says something. He has something to remember me by.
Pluto punches him, and he's like spinning around and everything. He's like, "Oh, look at the little birdie." One of the things I didn't notice that he said, and we were just talking about how sometimes you notice things when after the somersault part, and he gets the basket over his head, he goes, "No lights, must not have paid my bill."
Put him up. I'll take every one of you.
And so Bluto punches him down into the pier, through the pier, and lands in the water. He comes back out of the water, and
don't think I blamed you, because I don't.
Nope.
So we go back to the house now, destroyed. Everybody's a little frazzled. The mom like fucking yells at freaking Cole, and he's
well, the tax man is coming to collect.
Yes, collect.
Oh boy,
basically take everything they own and make them homeless and stuff. And Cole's crying behind. It's sad, man, because it's just his pride and shit. He's just hiding behind his paper and shit. She's like, stop reading. Oh damn, he's crying. I was like, I'm here with you, man. That's fucked up. So what's it called? So yeah, and then they take their only flour left. She had the flour in the pot. He's like, yeah, that's one flour tax.
I had a WTF here, and of course I don't understand what it means.
What did you write?
They don't them the.
They don't them the. All right.
Yeah, I don't know what the.
You're right. I don't.
Everything else I checked. I double checked, but this one I was like, fuck, I can't figure that one out. But that was right before the scene where they're sitting on a little island thing.
What was it when he's making the Wimpy's making the soup burgers?
But now they're sitting at they're sitting on a little island, Popeye and Olive Oil with Sweet Pea and everything. She's like, I am a woman, and he goes, and I am a mother. I love that. And they're gonna name him. She's like, I'm gonna call him Sweet Pea. He's like, what kind of name for a baby is Sweet Pea? I found him in Sweet Haven, and that's what I named him. She goes, well, I think that's a stupid name or something like that. He goes, well, what do you want me to call him? Baby Oil.
We always loved that as a kid.
Yeah, well, dying.
Yeah.
All right, so take over, Jake.
What?
So what's next? The castor oil scene?
Castor oil.
What?
What? So is this the boxing scene?
Yeah, he sees the poster.
So he sees the poster, and he's like, it's the last one round with this with the big guy. I forgot what his name is.
Who was at the party, by the way?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, but you saw what a coward he was because as soon as shit was breaking down, his mom's was like, "Yo, let's get out of here."
Yeah,
And his mom,
that woman is like in movies, like
dude,
still old.
I was just gonna say that. That's Helen Hunt. She's that was her first movie, and I was like, she was old in that movie.
Oh my god!
And she's on like one of these CSI shows or something like that.
Still?
Yeah. When I saw her, I was like, oh shit.
I was like, she was in Kindergarten Cop, you know,
Yeah, like everything, man. I was like, I didn't realize that was her. I was like, nah, wait, the timelines are wrong, man. She shouldn't be old then because she was
dead by exactly. Now. That's
what she was young, remember?
So he sees the prize money and then like a week off of taxes and stuff. So he just what?
Did I say Helen Hunt?
Yeah, you did. I was like,
Hunt.
Is that really her?
No, it was Ruth Hunt. Right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought maybe she had the same name.
No.
Yeah, the tornado.
Linda Hunt.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So what's it called?
I called you on myself.
Yeah. Good thing you caught it. People are gonna be like, "Oh, discredit him."
Yes.
What's it called? So he decides he's gonna go try and win the money and help his family out. So we get into the boxing scene where the barge is floating in and the big guy is fighting, you know, and they all start singing their Sweet Haven song, you know.
Yeah.
Popeye's got the whole family with them.
Yep. They can't find Casper.
Yeah.
Where the hell is he? And then
it's actually Castor. I never realized. I always thought it was Casper myself, but get it, Castor Oil.
Castor Oil.
Oh, okay, I get it. That's funny. And coal oil.
Yeah. The mom is Nana Oil. And that's supposed to be based off of a 40s saying where he said he was like, all right. You would say, oh, that's banana oil.
Oh.
Yeah. It was an old slang. It was like an old slang. Yeah.
Yeah. The parents got a huge imagination in naming their kids, man. Let me tell you.
Well, this is all from the comic. This is all these.
Yeah.
And the comic wasn't just about Popeye. The original one, Thimble Theater, it was all these different characters, and Popeye was like a side character.
Now, actually, just a little side note. Remember Eugene Jeep from?
Yes.
He was actually supposed to be in this movie. He was in the script, and they took him out, and then that's why they made Sweepy.
Psychic properties.
Yeah. So what's it called?
Too.
So what's it called? So Castor goes in there and gets his ass beat. You know,
Jewish guy though. Like I said, man, he's just Diesel. He's just fucking like the lines that he's giving him. He's like, I hate you to pieces.
Yeah. He's going to kill you. Yes.
Did you notice that boxing one was on a boat?
Yeah, that's how I said. The barge floated in with the boxing.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well,
yeah. So what's it called? So he gets his ass beat and then kicked in the butt, and he flies all the way out the stadium. You know, as his so Popeye doesn't like bullies. And
you're a bum. I'll teach you to fight. Fair.
So he decides to jump in the ring. You know, he does his little bounce, and all of a sudden he changes into boxing gear.
Cue the Popeye music again. I'm a music. I love the music in movies. When cues are great, man, I love that shit. It
really get you amped up and stuff.
And then his outfit changes and everything too. That's what's funny.
Yeah, exactly. You know, he's got boxing gloves on and everything. You know. And he's doing his dancing, and you know, your guy over there, Diesel, you know, dancing.
He goes, oh, hey, your mother's here. Hey, I'm a mother myself.
He's like, I can't hit him. His mother's here. He's like, I'm too hit him. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. You know.
What is it? The Jesus or something like that. It's a malarkey or something like that. He's like dancing.
Yeah, he hit ding, ding, ding.
And then he goes to hit Oxford and misses and hits the mother.
Yeah, knocks her out. And he's like, Mommy. You know, he's like, oh, I'm sorry.
Where do I send the flowers?
And then what's it called? He gets punched in the stomach. You know, he gives him a low blow and punches him in the stomach. And then Popeye gets really pissed off. His pipe goes flipping around and stuff. And that's it. He goes and
one for me. And two. One for you.
Cranks his hand.
Yeah. He's like, one for you and two for me.
and knocks him out. He's the hero. Everybody's cheering and stuff. The statue falls down.
I love the next scene from there. We cut over to the looking hole, and you see Olive Oil's eye. And all of a sudden you see a closed eye. And you gotta switch it over.
Wrong eye. That's better.
Here's a cute song. I always like this song. Sailing.
Oh
That's a
yeah.
nice song.
I used to sing it to my daughter. You know, when she was a baby.
I used to. Well, we'll get to that one later. But
I'm like, you better not be singing that to my kid. Get you.
Yeah, because they're talking about what their plans for sleep.
You're breathing again.
Yeah, choppers.
Ah, God damn it! I can't help it, man.
The song is basically about them both having different plans. Like he wants to do manly things, like go sailing and everything, and she wants to do motherly things with them.
7 seas.
I know. I could go through the whole song right
You
now.
just want to sing it.
Somebody to sail with me, sail with me.
So yeah, they're getting a bond between Popeye and Olive with the baby.
Yeah, Sweet Lullaby, I guess.
Oh, that's later on, man. That's later on. That was Sailing. Sleepy Lullaby is another song.
Oh no,
Dizzy Dame. Why did I put that down?
Well, because,
they're in the kitchen.
What's it called? That's when Sweepy.
Yes, they're in the kitchen.
To take Sweepy for a walk. He's like, "Hey, wait a minute."
Wait. Then I get though because she goes, "I knew you were gonna win the boxing match because Sweepy told me." He's like, "I ain't gonna tell you. He's an Infinx." And he's like, "No, watch. Is Popeye gonna die?" He makes the noises or whatever. Is Popeye gonna win? And he was like that whistling sound.
Yeah.
So that's what he says. Wow, what do you know? He's a psychic of prophecies. No, he's a psychic of prophets. That's what he said. You're insulting an infant. So that's when Wimpy says, "Yeah, I want to take him for a walk." He's like, "Oh yeah, of course. Let his Uncle Wimpy go for a walk, whatever." What does he say?
Gotta pull a fast one. He's like, "You can't walk yet." He's like, "Well, I'll carry him." He's like, "Oh, okay."
Okay, I get you. If you take him for a drag, it's not that bad.
And then what's it called?
Olive's
pissed off at him.
Yeah. So, she was like, "Well, I wanted to carry him." He's like, "Oh, really?" And she's like getting all close in his face, and he's getting all like.
Yeah. He's like, why is it okay that he can take him for a walk and I can't? And he's like, well, that's because I didn't know you cared. He's just like, oh, so now that you know I could take him out. He's like, yeah. She's like, phooey.
I said phooey and I mean phooey. Phooey. She says that thing with her neck all the time. Like she's got that like. Yeah,
she's got that mouth.
Yeah, that neck.
Yeah. You know. So then we switch over to the. So what's it called? Wimpy takes the Sweepy over to the racing tracks and stuff, and you see him winning and betting and and all that kind of stuff, and everything's going great. And then we switch back over to Popeye and the family and everything, and they're all worried about like, hey, where the hell is Wimpy? And they find a racing form, and they're like, I know where they went, to the racing tracks. So everybody's off to the racing tracks.
And
inside go ahead.
Popeye said, wait, he's only been gone for an hour. It's okay. You're like, wait a minute. The town can be built in an hour.
That's a good one, Charles. Yeah, and then they got the whorehouse on the boat, which you got to pass by to get through to the racing thing, which is like, okay.
Yeah, right.
That's real nice.
And we start off with our what am I?
No, not yet. Because
the song.
Yeah, but not yet. But it's where they're walking through first, and then Popeye says, "Don't touch nothing. You might get a venerable disease." A venerable disease. That's what it is. Then they find Wimpy, And Popeye's pissed. He's just like, yeah, what are you doing taking my kid to a races? And Wimpy's like, oh, I just wanted 20 simoleons.
Gonna bust you in the mush.
So Wimpy's like, yeah, I won 20 simoleons and everything. They're like, 20 simoleons? Like the whole family's like, oh shit. He's like, Popeye don't believe in gambling. He's like, no, get out of here. Get
He's
my
like,
kid.
my
Whatever.
son ain't gonna be no gambling trial or whatever it says.
Gambling trout, yeah.
Yeah, so he grabs Sleepy or whatever, and then Oliver's like, oh wait, he's got something in his eye. He's like, oh, I know how that feels.
He's like, oh, I know how that feels.
And she grabs the baby and runs off with him to go gamble, whatever. And then that's when he starts with the when he goes
You hear
back
the
into the
piano
whorehouse.
come in.
Yeah, the piano goes.
Yeah.
I ain't got no, I ain't no
got
doctor,
yeah.
but I'm losing my patience.
Yeah. He's like, I ain't no physicist, but I knows what matters. I ain't no lawyer, but I know when I'm losing me practice. Oh no, that's the doctor. Yeah.
I know Lord.
Yeah, I know Lord suit me. Yeah.
What am I?
This.
I'm Popeye, the sailor. That's a great song too, man.
Oh
Yeah, it's a great
it
song.
really gets
I
you
have to
pumped up.
say, I have to say, Robin Williams is not a bad singer. He's better than Olive Oil. Olive Oil, I'm sorry, she managed. But yeah, man, for me, Olive Oil, every time I hear a song, I'm like, oh man, I gotta turn
The
the
two of them
volume
make
down a little
beautiful
bit.
music.
I just don't like He's Large. I could listen to all the other songs she does. Though.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Yeah, He's Large. I think even as kids, we've always hated that scene.
Actually,
Yeah,
what's
that's
it
a bad
called?
song.
What's that other one she sings?
He Needs Me.
He Needs Me. Actually, won an award, and it was like, it was like acclaimed because it was a live singing, that it wasn't like done in a studio.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
You know, but
I definitely, as an adult, I appreciated He Needs Me a lot more.
Yeah.
It was also in the Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah. Punch Drunk Love.
Yes, Punch Drunk Love. Yes.
Yeah, but we'll get to that when the song comes here.
Yeah.
Hey,
So you know, then he jumps over the thing and gets, I'm Popeye, the sailor. I am, and that's all I am. And he grabs the money and he throws it, and the money in the air, and it starts a whole kind of rush of everybody trying to grab the cash and stuff.
And he grabs Sweet Pea back. He picks up Sweet Pea back, and while this is happening, Bluto is watching again from up on the second floor thing or whatever, and points to Wimpy. He's like, "Come here," and then there's a scene of that, and then the next scene, I love the framing on this scene, where Popeye's leaving the house with the baby, and Olive Oil is crying. Yeah, she's in the window. On the outside window, but it's like perfect. The way she's
can't do this to Olive, and he's got to do what I got to do.
But I just love that scene. That scene by itself is just a frame. It's like a comic book almost. Like
it really is. So he decides to move out and build out a hammock.
Like on a pier or something. Like that.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
Then the tax man comes.
Because he wants moving tax and baby tax and
Popeye's just frustrated. Popeye doesn't want to hear it right now. He's like, fuck you, whatever. He gives him like a light push.
He's like, get out of here. And he's like, oh, you don't have to take me seriously. And he falls. And he falls down the ramp and into the water, you know.
And the crowd sees this and they go nuts. Everybody's like, Popeye's a hero. Hoopla, hoopla.
Also, when Sweet Pea was in when he built the hammock, he's like, it's not the rich, but at least you can get room service.
That's a good one. So now everybody is like freaking cheering him and everything, and they come in, they're picking up Popeye and Sweet Pea and passing them around and everything.
Both of them in separate
Both of them, separately, Yep. And then
Wimpy gets his hands on.
Yeah, a little rat bastard.
Why, you little dirty mutt.
And Popeye starts frantically looking for Sweet Pea, you know, and you see Wimpy sneak off with Sweet Pea and hand him off to Bluto.
Yeah.
You know? A sack of burgers.
Sack of burgers.
But I love to see where it goes into slow motion and fucking Rob Williams fucking killed that fucking scene. Yeah, Sweet Pea! that's a pop's mother looking for his son.
Oh yeah.
That part used to get me all the time when I was a kid.
So then now we get to He Needs Me.
Yeah.
She starts singing that.
He's like, maybe I ain't man enough to be a mother or viska verska. And Olive Oil is looking at him while he's all sopping and
he's like,
blaming
who
himself.
My kid and I ain't no mother. He needs to be a mother, you know. And that's what she's like. She starts singing her.
And the song, maybe I could just sing a voice or whatever, chops. But the song is just like she's been a spoiled bitch the whole fucking goddamn movie, and now she's finally like, oh shit! Now she's finally becoming like a normal person, and
you know, it's kind of like Lewis with Morty, you know, like until he had someone else to care about, you know, he's like, oh my god, there's more to life than just me.
It's true though, right?
I'm just saying.
The shoe fits, you gotta wear it.
You know.
Yeah, no, it's true. This would be my turning point in the movie, where the character has his arc. So
and right after He Needs Me, we get the best song in the whole.
Oh yeah. So we go to Bluto's ship. We see Bluto's ship.
Yeah.
And you see little Sleepy, that fucking cute, adorable baby. He's looking out the window and shit like that, crying, and then the music starts for freaking Sleepy's
and Popeye
letter.
Starts writing his letter. You
Yeah.
know, dear Sweet Peas. Everybody gotta have somebody. Oh God, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna bother everybody with my rendition of it.
I used to sing that to Chloe when she was a baby, when she moved back into the house.
Yes, she did.
That was another one I did with Julia.
Yeah. And I did it to Julia when you first got it. I was dying to sing it to a baby. I was like, you got a first baby.
Get your own, I said.
I did it in the hospital before you even got home.
I saw you through the glass.
The first time I held Julia, that was like my first, was my niece, my first real family member, that was the first thing that popped up into my head was fucking Sleepy's Lullaby. And then how adorable she was.
The Popeye puts it in a bottle and then rolls it down, and you see the bottle float in front of Sweepy while he's still looking out the window.
Yeah. Damn adorable baby.
We're gonna have to take a break.
We're gonna have to. I'm gonna digitally remove the tears.
Yeah,
right. So the next scene that we get up to now is Wimpy looking through the telescope at the Commodore's boat. Now we get to the heart of the end, and we get to the final act.
And then what's it called? Olive catches him looking, and forces him to talk. You know what's going on and stuff, and he reveals that the Commodore's on the boat and that they have Sweepy, and they decide they have to tell Popeye.
And then we cut inside the boat. And now we see who the Commodore is, and he's got big bulgy arms, and he's eating spinach, feeding spinach to the baby.
And he found out that Bluto was actually his shipmate, I guess, right?
His bitch.
His bitch.
There was a word for it. Yeah, I know. I forgot what the word was. Cap? No, was he captain or something like that? I don't know, something like that. I forgot. Yeah, but it was like he was underneath them, basically.
Yeah.
I got millions of enemies. He said, fucking Ray Walston kills it in this.
Oh yeah, he really does that. I mean, everybody in this movie was perfect for the character.
Yes, you're right.
It would never been the movie it was.
It's another one of those underrated movies, and I looked at the score on IMDb. There was only like a 5.3, and I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, but hate is gonna hate.
Well, you know what? A lot of critics found the movie generally weird.
That was the biggest problem. Because Robin Williams, if you watch the documentary that he did, he went into depression because he really believed in that movie. And when people were saying like, it was too weird for a regular kids movie or whatever, and it is, but it's fucking perfect weird. Yeah. It's like great weird. It's just like, and you appreciate it the more you watch it. And the more you watch it, you start understanding like this is this whole world that they fucking created.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He got into a depression because that was his first big movie. And that was one of his first signs of like that, where he was, being depressive or whatever.
Yeah.
But back to the movie, not bring it down. But yeah, he's like, I hate the future, I hate the past, and I hate you. He goes, hating's my code.
And then we go into the song, It's Not Easy Being Me, another Classic.
Yes, master of my own destiny,
Yeah.
and I hate responsibility. Yeah. The way he does
You
that
just
shit.
do the whole thing. Yeah, he's like, oh man, you just want to sing it all.
You do, you really do, man.
He's like, it's a mutiny, it's a mutiny.
Yeah,
He's getting
because
tied up.
Bluto is tying him up now
Yeah.
while he's
Yeah.
singing the song. Well, it's hard to be in charge.
Even harder when you're large.
Large, he's large.
You
You go through the whole shit.
Oh, forget it. Stop
I
it,
know.
man. Just move past the scene, otherwise we'll never get off.
Yeah, really.
So what's it called? So he ties him up,
Ties him up and pulls him up into the air.
and then he
Ties the rope off.
asks Sweepy a question. You know,
Yeah, where's the treasure,
that
right?
all these years have been loyal mean. All these years you can hit the, pass and hit the treasure. You know, and he's like, I got an important question for you, kid. Can you tell me where that buried treasure is? And he's like, and he's like, oh, that's it. So they go to break out.
Now they got we can say?
I was saying that Sweepy, when the Commodore Bluto talking to the Commodore, he's like, well, I got something. This kid's worth a lot of money. And he's like, nah, don't worry about it. I don't like pinks. I don't like kids.
He's trying to feed him spinach, and he's and he's like,
So then another favorite scene too is now they're back up on the bridge with Wimpy and Olive Oil to tell
And they're
Popeye.
talking to Popeye, yeah.
Yeah. He's like, you found me, Sweepy? We found the Commodore. You found the Commodore? You found me, Pappy? Well, he's a rat, a crook.
A swindler and a creep. And a kidnapper.
Wait. Let me get this straight. You found me, Sweepy? You found my father? You found the Commodore? Oh! He's just smacking his
He's
phone.
like, you dizzy dame.
But when he says, I love the way too, and she's like, he's a rat. He's like, no. He's a crook. No. And a bad father. No. And more. That's all more.
He's like, I'm gonna show you where they ain't. Where ain't they now?
Yeah, where ain't they now? So now the whole town is like following behind him.
Yeah. Like, kick him in the butt. Yeah, everybody's a coward. They're like, I'd go.
That's what I was gonna say.
I'm
That's
not
where,
gonna go.
yeah, you're on your own, buddy. Sorry. Yeah,
I my husband wants you to know that we support you.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's it called?
Yeah,
So,
this is where he ain't. He
Yeah.
walks into the door of the room. I mean, into the boat.
And as he gets down the stairs, Bluto's hiding behind it and kind of sneaks out with Sweepy as.
Well, because and Popeye's eyes are too fixed onto his Pappy. He finds out his Pappy is the Commodore. And they start doing the Sweet Pea's lullaby music too.
Yeah,
on that.
I was gonna say.
And it's me, your own Fink son.
He's like, wait, no resemblance. He's like, we got the same squiggy eye. What squiggy eye? It's like, we got the same bulgy arms.
No difference. It's like no difference. We got the same pipe.
You
You can't inherit a pipe, you idiot. He says, there ain't no way we're related unless one way. Pick up that can of spinach. What? Pick up that can of spinach. He picks it up reluctantly.
He's like, now eat it.
Eat it. He's like,
Eat it.
raw.
Eat it raw.
Don't want to eat that spinach.
Oh, there you go, you rat pig bastard.
Eat that spinach.
His mother gone up and died, and he wouldn't eat his spinach. When the G-men come and take me, they caught me stealing what? Spinach.
He goes, your mother ups and dies, and you wouldn't eat your spinach. He goes, well, she choked on it.
I didn't know that.
That's awesome.
He's like, all right.
When the G-men come and take me away, I laughed the whole time.
Dude, this is the best, man. Like, me and you will go back. I love this, man. You gotta cut me down. You gotta cut me down.
You just want me to cut you down? Yeah, he's like, cut me down. He cuts him and he falls and breaks. He's like, what are you doing? He's like, well, you said cut me down. I said, get me down. Get me down.
Cut me down. Let me down.
So now they gotta go rescue. Also, meanwhile, Bluto is putting Olive in a pipe thing. I don't know how you explain that thing.
It's just some pipe sticking out of the middle of a boat that does nothing.
Yeah.
And starting the boat up, whatever, and moving away or whatever. And Casper tells Popeye that they got sweet pea and olive oil. Whenever he used to, they get sweet pea and olive oil. Sweet pea! Oh, wait, was he said?
No, he's like,
I love yeah, he does the scream and everything, and then everybody get together and everything. Everybody
they
gets
jump on the
now.
boat and they start chasing him
I love
down
this swing across the thing. I just something about it with the way he swings onto the boat.
Because you got the little music, you know, and he just does the swing, you know, gets you all into it and stuff. So they start as they chasing him. We get treated to another song, you know, children.
Oh my God!
Wait. Well, yeah, because now yeah, you definitely got a little bit to go before that.
Is it?
Because because now we'll move on where they're chasing them a couple of miles later, and they're coming up to an island.
Uh-huh.
And you see the island is called Scab Island. It's a rock.
It's
a
a
hard
rock.
piece. And they're fighting over the treasure.
Mm-hmm.
Poop Deck and Popeye fighting whether they're going for the treasure or to save Olive and Sweet Pea.
Yeah. And then Island Creepy.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's the beginning of the song.
Yeah, I'm working my way up to it.
Yeah.
I'm working my way up to it, brother.
Oh, okay.
He's like, kids, you know, if their hearts are made of gold.
No, he's like, he starts doing he's like, you're my son and you knows it. We got the same squeaky eye. And then now Popeye's, it's just reverse now. Popeye's doing the whole, what's squeaky eye?
Squeaky eye?
He's like, you same bulgy eyes. I see no difference. He goes, you ain't my father. My father was tall and looked like Abraham Lincoln. No, my father was tall and kind and looked like Abraham Lincoln. And then that's when he goes into the song.
Yeah.
It was a great riff. The whole thing to make him fucking fire off. He's like, children.
Yeah.
He's just complaining about kids.
He's like, if their hearts were made of gold, I'd sell them in the open market. All right. You give him a lot of candy, you give him a lot of toys, and when you get back, you got a lot of noise.
My papa's mean, oh man.
So then
that whole
catch
song,
up to him.
Me dying. I was laughing through the whole thing, man.
Oh, yeah, I love that whole song.
Yeah, man. Now I can relate to it because I'm a pappy.
Yeah, right. Those dirty red bastards, they don't appreciate anything.
Yeah, like they cried you when they're younger and they yelled you in the middle age. And then you die.
He's like, they're little versions of myself, man. I don't like two of them. I'm not too fond of myself, so what would I want one of them?
Yeah.
He's got great lines in it.
Oh yeah, man. I love that whole fucking song. But they catch up to him now.
Catch up, yeah.
And the boat's abandoned. Pluto's boat is abandoned, so Poop Dick Pack.
No, man. You do it again.
No,
listen, shit, man. He says, fire the cannon.
I just was about to say.
You said that there was nobody on there.
Cannon. Didn't I just say Poop Dick Pappy? I just was about to say fires a cannon because he just wanted to graze. He's like, what are you doing?
No. But you said that there was an empty boat. You already got to the empty boat.
Because it was. They already abandoned it.
No, they were on the boat. He's like, what are you doing? There's women and children on there.
Because they didn't know better.
No, because olive oil was still in the pipe until they destroyed the. Listen, man. All right, listen. All right, I'm gonna take over. I'm gonna take over now.
All right, go ahead.
Says, whole ass fire the cannon. And he's like, what are you doing? There's women and children on there. He goes, no, I'm just gonna graze them. And then he shoots the mast down, and the whole mast comes flying down. Boom. Then he's like, what are you doing? Whatever. And he goes, all right, we're gonna ram. He goes. Yeah, he goes, that's what he goes. All right, ramming speed or whatever. He's like, what do we do? We're going to ram him. Then he rams him. Then that's when everybody separates and Bluto gets on the little boat with Sweet Pea and he's got olive oil tied up because the whole ship now is destroyed onto the back of the pipe. Aha.
No, actually, he had already gotten off the boat and he was going off with olive oil and they were shooting at it empty. The whole
she was in the pipe though.
No, but he took the pipe off and was dragging it behind his rowboat. You think he had time to do all that crap while the boat was sinking and he just got blasted with a cannon? So you see Bluto and Olive escaping on this boat and stuff, and he asks Sweepy, is the treasure underwater? Sweepy confirms it, so Bluto's like, all right, wait right here, I'll be right back, and he jumps in the water and he goes to find the treasure, which he finds like immediately, with one breath down there, and you notice an octopus arm covering the treasure, so he moves it out of the way and picks up the treasure with this big Kool-Aid smile on his face, like, and then even when he comes out of the water, he's like, and then what's it called?
We cut over to submarine Popeye with his pipe. He's using the pipe to look around.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, everybody's scattering.
Periscope.
You see everybody trying to,
Yeah.
save themselves, and Bluto starts hooking up the case to a pulley and pulling it up, and that's when Bluto sees him pulling it up and stuff, and we go into submarine where Popeye darts over to them. What happened?
I know. I'm trying to move it on. As I'm saying, I'm trying to move it. All right, we get going.
So go ahead.
No. I already said that. I mean,
oh, I'm sorry.
You really didn't have to. Yeah. I know. I was just moving.
But what's it called?
All right. Well,
yeah. So then Bluto, he pops out of the water and he tells him, you can't win because you're bad, and the bad always lose, And he goes to he does the what goes up, what must goes down, must come up and stuff. So he goes to fight Bluto, and Bluto knocks him out under the water. And when he comes back up, the Cole, what's his name? Cole Oil, the father, he throws the life preserver at him, and when Popeye comes out of the water, now his arms are pinned up and stuff. And that's when you hear, I think we owe him an apology.
He says, your intentions were good.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, it's okay. Your intentions are good. But what's it called?
All right.
Go ahead.
Slow down. You're running through the whole movie.
Yeah, you know how I do.
Yeah.
That's why I'm letting you do it, man.
Well, you took over. I was like, all right, we're going to stop anytime soon or whatever. Yeah, so while they're fighting, all right, so I fucking forgot where you left off. Oh, your intentions are good. All right, so while this is happening, while they're fighting, Poop Deck, Casper, Sweet Pea, and Jeezel, they're all pulling up the treasure.
Well,
what they're doing is, that's when Popeye gets into the sword fight.
yes.
Because he gets back into the water, whatever, get out of the water. They got the old, be easy, Popeye. What is it? It was like,
yeah. He's like, he's trying to coach him and stuff like that. He's like, easy.
Then he just says that weird fucking move, man. He's like, he just tries to stab him, and he
that
goes flying
lunge.
off. Yeah, that lunge, and he goes flying off the cliff. So in the meantime, the octopus sees Sweet Pea in the boat, and Sweet Pea sees the octopus, or Visca Burska. And which is weird because I guess because and the octopus starts fucking with Olive Oil's feet.
Yeah. Oh, don't get fresh.
And it also starts going on the boat. He starts messing around with the Sweet Pea.
And then while that's going on, No, then the Sweet Pea part starts happening. So they start pulling the hook down there.
Like, get the kid.
And the fucking octopus pulls down the whole boat, and like the camera goes all crazy or whatever. You don't see it. Then you hear the Popeye music, and then see Sweet Pea getting pulled up. Meantime, all this is going on. Bluto and Popeye are still going at it, going back and forth. Then we go back to Poop Deck Pappy opening up the treasure box.
Yes.
Such a sweet little moment. He opens it up, and it's all Popeye's little Popeye's memorabilia.
And it's the picture frame that's empty, and it says "Me Son," just like he had with Me Pappy.
It's got his boots. It's got a book on there, How to Raise a Kid or something like that.
Oh, I forgot what it said. That's How to Raise an Infant.
Yeah, How to Raise an Infant. That's right. Yeah.
And a can of
black
spinach.
shoes. Those
Yeah,
black
a can of
shoes back in
spinach.
the day. Those black shoes back in the day were a big deal.
Front shoes,
I
yeah.
said
Yeah.
that too when I saw that. I was like, remember back when I was talking? I was like,
Yeah, nobody, I don't see that no
those
more.
days. I didn't even know if you could get those anymore. You know,
Right.
I said when I die, I
Everybody
want to be
could do that stuff.
bronzed.
Yeah, right.
Bronze me.
Like Han Solo.
Hell yeah. I'm doing like a cool pose and shit though.
Right.
Just bronze me.
It's gonna be a heavy ass
In the
casket,
front
man.
yard. Where was it? Where was
Where
it?
were we?
So we looked through the treasure box,
Yes, and then the octopus starts pulling olive oil down.
Okay, yes.
And then
Is it
Popeye
true?
gets knocked into the water by fucking Bluto. And Bluto starts wrapping the giant chains around him.
They're a big chains, man.
they were huge chains.
They're huge.
And Poop Dick is yelling at him, yeah.
Eat your spinach.
If you would have ate your spinach like I told you, you wouldn't be losing. I ate eating my spinach and I ain't losing.
That's funny.
So Poop Dick throws the fucking spinach can at him. You hear that story?
Yeah, and it actually hit him and broke his head open.
Yeah, he had to get stitches and shit like
Yeah,
that.
they had to delay production for a little while.
Yeah, for a couple of days, yeah.
Wow.
That's fucking funny, man.
Yeah.
Because the hit is awesome, but I was like, damn, that's a
Yeah,
good
they were
fucking-
like, and they wound up including it in the movie anyway. It was just so perfect, boom.
It was a perfect throw.
You done bullseye.
He's like, yeah, boo.
So that Bluto was like, so you don't like eating spinach.
Nowadays we use foam cans.
Really, that's true too, right?
Like, no, I hate it.
So Bluto's like, so you don't like to eat your spinach, huh? It's like, no, I hate it. Yeah, I hate that. Oh, it's so nasty, man. The way he just shoving that shit down his throat.
He's just like, shoving it down.
And then he shoves him into the water and everything.
He throws the anchor, to make him sink down the water and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, now it's my treasure or whatever. And in the background, you see the water bubbling, and you start hearing the music out and go. And then he goes to look under it, he tries to clear it up.
It says, sound the charge.
Oh yes, he sounded the charge, yeah, kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
He clears the
now
water.
Popeye is fucking Super Popeye. Like he's in a cartoon.
Super Duke it. Boom.
Yeah, hell yeah. Fucking forearms are huge.
Yeah.
Eyes
That's,
are fucking baby.
You get that.
awesome.
Gives him one punch. That's it. Fucking Bluto's out. Then he does the fucking the dive, the submarine dive
The
again.
torpedo thing, yeah.
Starts the torpedo. Yeah, he's hitting the octopus.
Yeah, he beat the hell out of it. He was like,
Yeah, he beat the crap out of the
He's like,
octopus,
yo, man,
man.
what that octopus do to you, man? You came to his house.
No, he tried to kill his kid, man.
I'm just
and his
saying,
girl.
you came to my house.
Girl. They said that they had such a fake looking octopus because they spent so much money on building the town. They didn't have enough money in the budget.
That's funny.
Yeah, he fucking punches it right, and fucking octopus goes like flying.
You
out
see,
the
like,
fucking
all the way in the
sky.
sky, and like,
Damn.
Then you see Bluto swimming away. He turned yellow.
Yeah.
His whole outfit turned
he
yellow.
makes a little comment. He's like, yum, chicken under the sea.
Oh, I didn't know that was you.
Casper yells out, Bluto turned yellow. Frady cat, Frady cat. That's why I fucking thought about that. And they start singing the final song, Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm
And they
Popeye the
start
Sailor
dancing
Man.
in the water.
Great flick. Great flick, man.
Hell yeah. Definitely fun, man. Definitely
It's funny, when I was watching it on Prime, when I paused it at certain times, just out of, not even because I was trying to, but just because I needed to walk away or something, I paused it. And if it was on a song, it would actually list the song.
Yeah.
Like you can listen to it separately and,
Prime
like
is
all the
awesome for
characters that were in the scene. I was like, wow, that's crazy. It's called
Yeah.
X-Ray.
I love that with the Last Starfighter. I learned that too because that was the first one I watched on Prime. But when you pause it and it shows you like all the fucking characters, who the actors are, and everything.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
I miss it when they don't do that with certain movies. Cause I go through that all the time with all cause I use closed captions for everything. So like you said, when you pause it, it helps out a lot.
No. But we're talking about that extra. It's called Prime something, like
X-Ray.
X-Ray. There you go.
Yeah.
X-Ray. And they show you like the actors that are in this,
yeah,
only in that scene, like not in the whole movie, just in that scene.
Yeah.
And then, like
That's
Jason
what I'm saying.
said too, like with the songs, they would even show you. That's is really awesome.
Mhm. That's what I'm saying.
I wish Prime had more movies that I wanted to watch.
Yeah,
Wish
that's
they put
why
Survivor on it.
it helps out a lot, man. It really does.
Yeah,
Well,
Survivor is definitely a movie we got to try to find to get away to get that.
Oh yeah, definitely Survivor, man.
Me and fucking Chops watched it about 10 years ago, and we were hysterical. We were like,
Oh my God,
better than
that
I
held
thought.
up so
I
well.
just remember little pieces of it.
Exactly.
Got my gun, goddammit.
But even as
It's like giving a cigarette to a tree.
even as a kid, we always just liked the part at the ending.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and the beginning part, the first half, we didn't really care for. The
Mm.
first half is actually great. With
Oh,
Walter
really?
knocked
Really
out
is.
and everything,
Really
it's
is.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, I remember only caring about.
We just
one
didn't
thing.
give a shit. Yeah, we didn't really know. It was Robin Williams you wanted to see,
No.
and we didn't care about the story and everything. But the story is actually really, really funny.
It's really good too.
All right, man. So that wraps up another episode, man. We did it.
Yeah, buddy. And ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button down below, hit the bell icon in the corner, get hit in the noggin, and let us know that you appreciate the
Don't forget about
stuff.
Facebook. Don't forget about
Facebook too.
Join the group.
Facebook too. Like it, love it, live it, enjoy it.
Also, and post stuff, man. People are posting some great stuff on there, man. Keep doing it, man. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I do see some nice and nostalgic stuff. And they're like,
Yes.
oh wow, look at that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Definitely.
You know.
We're definitely gonna come up with the
buddy.
next movie. We've done a musical now. This is our first musical.
We're doing a musical?
No, we just did your movie. And ladies and gentlemen,
You do realize you're on the show right now,
your
right?
Chops. We're on TV.
Oh yeah.
Is Little Shop of Horrors from the 80s?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, but we just did a musical.
No, I'm just saying some down the line.
Yeah, down the line. Yes.
No, we can't do it. We'll wind up singing every freaking song.
Just like this
Let's
one.
make it anyway.
True.
And yeah, I definitely that's one of those movies I watch a million times.
Yeah.
Also looking at Young Guns, maybe a western.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That movie.
You know me, fucking Billy the Kid, man.
Yeah.
But I think it was just show like it would have to be a two-parter, just because I wouldn't shut up about fucking all the books I read about him. But yeah, man, that's it, man. I'll say anything else, man. Anything else to say? Good night.
Good night and
No,
good
no,
luck.
I'm saying, but want to close the show with anything else?
Nope. I think
Yeah,
we're good.
like I said, this is a movie that we love, man, and
loved
that's what
it.
the show is
Yeah.
about. The show is
Grew up
about
with it.
hanging out, having a good time, having a couple of beers or drinks.
Yeah. And you can have some too.
Yeah, especially nowadays,
yeah.
man, we don't have a bar now. We can't
Nah.
fucking all hang out and everything all the time, man. It fucking really sucks, man.
Yeah, it's like moose. Oh well.
Hopefully we get this cure soon. They're saying like October, November now, so
Yeah, that's when I gotta go back to work. Go
that's
finish.
good. Then you'll have
It
a
is
cure.
good.
You'll have a vaccine.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I don't want 2 doses. Give me that shit. I'm good, man. Let's go. Concerts. Bring back our concerts. Rap bastards.
What up?
All right, guys. Thanks
All
for
right.
joining us today.
Yeah.
Like I said, subscribe, like, join the group.
Give us some
Keep going.
suggestions.
Actually, the next one I think we're gonna do is we're gonna start adding the guest. I think we feel a little bit more comfortable now
All right.
doing the thing.
Yeah, buddy.
Good news for a lot of people. Bad news for you, Chop. Sorry.
What do you mean? It's all news is good news. With Gary Gnu.
All right, that's it, man. All right, we'll see you next week, man. Take it easy,
All right,
guys.
see you guys later. All
And
right,
don't
bye.
be an ask. Wear your mask.